Hello, my name's David. I'm an environment artist, and today we are here in Subnautica 2. I'm really excited about this. I've been excited about Subnautica 2 for quite a while because I was a big fan of Subnautica 1 and Below Zero, and I have been just like over the moon with this because I feel I've been sort of quite privileged really, because Unknown Worlds gave me a preview version of this a week ago. So I've had a week before launch to get to know the game and play it and get a video out on release day, which is a first for me. I'm not used to getting early codes and stuff. My channel's quite small still, so it's very nice, isn't it? What a lovely thing. Thank you, Unknown Worlds, firstly. Yeah, I really appreciate getting an early version because it's so exciting getting to see a game before so many other people. So I'm feeling suitably honoured. And here we are. We're looking into the sunset on this alien planet. And check out my little observation room here. I've built my base. I've got a nice little room that's poking up just over the waves. It's great. You can see bits of the sort of ocean and things poking up through. That's the starting life pod. And various things, crazy alien floaty beasts, and a big old planet up there as well. Yeah, and a lovely sunset, absolutely beautiful. I'm loving this game a lot. I really like it. And suffice to say, long story cut short, if you will, if you liked Subnautica, then you're gonna like this. And if you didn't like Subnautica, then you're not gonna like this. So that's that in a nutshell, really. So we're going to be having a look at the starting area. We're going to have a mooch around. We're going to have a look at a little bit of the tech, at the geometry, the landscape, if you will, and just generally, a quick look at the game. Nothing too in depth. This is not a review. I don't do reviews on my channel. I just look at the art and sometimes the tech as well. It's made with Unreal Engine, so we have the usual things of nanite and lumen, things like that, with some interesting blending techniques used as well. So look at that, the sun is setting, and we'll probably pop down into the base in a sec, and then have a look at the nighttime waters and hopefully catch a lovely sunrise, which will be lovely because I always love the sunsets and sunrises in this game as the sun catches the waves and it angles down into the waters. But before we go down, I'd like to say thanks for channel members. There you all are. Thank you very much. So, let's go down into the base. Climb down. So, I mean, I'm not one for interior decorating too much. I'm not very good at it, to be honest. But, I've done a bit. I've got my nice little bedroom here. Some nice posters. Nice nod to the original Subnautica there. The Lost River, if you remember that. And let's take a little peek out there. There's a power line going off into the blue there. Cool. Right. Let's potter through there. I have a quick exit out there, which we'll not do. We'll just mooch through there. Ooh, crazy barrel thing. Nice little table. Oh, a little stool that I've not finished off yet. Have I got enough titanium and rubber? I have. There we go. Don't like things half built. So this is my observation room / conference room. So we could sit at the table and have conferences and councils about what to do next beneath the waves. Right, so, well, I mean, I'll have a little sit down. I can't turn all the way around so that I can just look. So I'll get back up. And what we'll do, we'll sit down in this rather nice chair and have a look below. You see the reflection in the window there of my exit at the back there. Some quite nice reflections going on in the interiors. And that's pretty dynamic as well. If I was to remove this hatch, it would no longer be in the reflections, of course. So it's, kind of a nice, robust sort of reflection system. It doesn't reflect everything. There's key items. I don't think we can see the table being reflected. And if you say put ladder, well, let's go downstairs. If you look, we don't see a ladder getting reflected as far as I could see anyway. Maybe if I put a light on. Well, there's some nice, nice shadowing going on. Yeah, all pretty good. Ooh, more views. Ooh, look at my little vehicle there. Excellent. Bioreactor. And more views. It's a bit of a sprawling base, really. I've just been sort of extending it as needed. Got my moon pool there. I love a moon pool. It's great, isn't it? Something about having a moon pool in an underwater base. It's great. And these lovely, I mean, I've always liked the base design in this game. It's lovely, these curvy walls, and you can get these expansive views going off into the blue, or green actually, as I look at it there. But there we go, there's crazy NOAA robot terminal. Some sinister goings on down here actually with the story. It's quite a good story so far, and you find it through exploration and logs that have been lost by previous colonists and stuff. So there's a whole narrative going on, but it's a gentle narrative, and it's there for you to go out and explore it. You've got to find the breadcrumbs of what happened before, many years before actually, as far as I could see. Fabricator, some stuff, some batteries. That's my charger. So let's head out into the waters. Woo. Right, so we're at night time, of course. So there's my base. It's not very tidy, is it? But it's fine. There we go. Some interesting gas giant up there with some cool rings. It's a lovely sky panorama that we have going on, and a crazy big Brussels sprout plant thing. Alien thingy going on, so yeah. So also do bear in mind this is early access, of course. It's not a finished game, so you will see little glitches, little niggles here and there, little lighting bugs, little anomalies, stuff like that. So that's par for the course for early access. Nothing crazy or shocking going on there. So yeah, there we go. You see that creature down there? There's all sorts of stuff. The marine life is really good. There's put a lot of thought into it actually. Unknown Worlds. It's more in depth than Subnautica 1. They've given a great deal of thought to the ecosystem and how everything fits in there. It's really interesting. Like these here. They're really cool. These sort of coral formations, and you can read all about them and how they get their nutrients and stuff. Yeah, it's really good. And these little sort of flocking, schooling fish there. Oh look, I'm slightly running out of air, so let's pop back up there. I do like this sort of view of half water and above the water there. It's really nice. Yeah, cool. Right, let's pop down. And well, first of all, maybe we should take a look at the geometry. And let's bust out the old reshade. There we go. You might notice a few anomalies like the face mask and parts of the UI sort of flickering in and out. It's just, par for the course with reshade sometimes. Just, just have to ignore that. What we want to see is the geometry, don't we? Yeah, so, I mean, apparently it is using nanite, but I can't really see much kind of dynamic tessellation going on. It seems to be it's quite sort of moderate as far as I could see. Looking at the geometry there, I don't really see a great deal of change in it. If you look really closely, I mean that looks pretty much one-to-one there, as all the way back here. So it looks fairly gentle usage of it, I suppose. But that's the thing with underwater games. They're a gift for game design, because you've got a built-in view distance limiter with the fog of the water, haven't you? It's you're automatically getting a lot for free that most open world games don't have. They want long, expansive views over the landscape and beyond, don't you? But an underwater game, no one expects you to be able to see miles into the distance. So you look at your draw distance here, and if you translated that to a sort of above ground affair, you'd be thinking, what the hell is this game? It's like so foggy all the time. People would just not be happy with it at all. But we have that for free in underwater games. So it's an absolute gift, really. That means you can afford to pack much more detail up close to the player. So optimization becomes a lot easier in that regard. But let's look here. Yeah, we've got a nice sunset already there, haven't we? Coming in. Some beautiful caustics. This refraction of the light through the waves there. It's looking really nice, isn't it? That's the thing, isn't it? It's instantly recognizable as Subnautica. Just a modern Subnautica, which is job done, isn't it? Really, that's what people wanted. I don't think anyone who likes Subnautica really wanted a massive departure from the Subnautica formula. And Unknown Worlds have stuck to that formula, that winning formula of survival, crafting, base building, exploration, story exposition, and uncovering that through all the stuff of the exploration. You know, everything reinforces itself. You know, you explore, you find stuff, you find more blueprints, you make them, you expand your capabilities. That enables you to explore more story. So let's have a little look into this cave here. We've got a torch on our little sort of speedo gloves here. There's little plants here. Seek fresh water. Oh, there we go. I'm getting thirsty. So have a little bit of that. Have I got any water on me? Yeah, I've got some tasty water and a nutrient block. Yum. I love a nutrient block. So there's lots of caves and stuff to explore. Some currents. So that's the kind of current going down from the surface. And oh, you see there, that's my turbine. So I'm generating power from that turbine with this current, which is really cool. And a handy little air pocket for me to refresh. So let's zoom down here and even more little bubbles to capture there. And all sorts of resources, all these little fish to capture. There we go. Can't capture these tiny little ones. They're just effects, essentially. And this guy's trouble. Look at it. It's just like, oh, no, nope, nope, no, no, no. Whoa, dear. They hassle each other as much as me, actually, those guys. Look at that. And they try and get me in my little submarine and stuff. My advice, stay away. And this, oh, these are cool. Really great. And of course you can scan them all and find out information. So let's go back. Let's you can see the tadpole on my UI there, can't you? Let's get the tadpole. Whee! Okay. Look at all those floating gas bag things as well. They have trailers that they sort of dip into the water collecting stuff. And oh, you can see this is my power transmitter line, which comes from that turbine we saw in the current in that cave there. And it transmits it all the way to my base, powering my super duper special base. So, hello, tadpole. Ah, excellent. Love a tadpole. Okay, so tadpole, it's great. Looking low on power, actually, this old tadpole. You see 4%. So, let's come back out and let us charge the tadpole. This is the first charging that I will be doing on old tadpole. So we'll swap out the battery for a full one. There we go. And seems like it needs a bit of a repair as well. It's not too bad, but yeah, I was getting bashed by various aquatic life. So there we go, 100% and 100%. Sweet. We got some torches here. Boop boop. So where should we go? Should we just mooch around here? These are lovely, aren't they? I love these. They're really interesting coral formations. And if we, let's just get out and go inside it. They've got these beautiful pearlescent interiors. This coral dome. Check that out. Isn't it cool? Taking the sort of oyster shell vibe. And you can often find quartz crystals forming inside these things. So you see these, and you know, they're a big clue that you can get some resources from those most of the time. Oh, look, that guy's bashed my thingy probably. So let's get away from the headbutters. So the game starts on this sort of plateau, and you slowly sort of radiate outwards, exploring stuff. That's an interesting zone over there. You need to do stuff. Lots of wreckage from our spaceship. And lots of things going on. Lots of things that interact with you. Whoa, interesting canyon. Another current there that will take you places. So there's interesting methods or speed ups to get around the place. You know, there's different currents that go places and usually take you back as well. Yeah, it's quite a well thought out design. When you get a sort of speed up current to go somewhere, there's usually nearby one that goes in the opposite direction. Oh, look at all that there. Yeah, there's another one there. Let's dip into that one, eh? And so it just gives you a little boost. We just caught the tail end of it there. Have a look in there. Oh, lovely. Oh, that guy. They're so grumpy. Man, and look, can you see what he's done to my window? We were just looking at the shells, weren't we? Right, let's get to safety. And let's look at some geometry again and some mesh blending, actually. So this game is using a kind of third-party tool called Mesh Blend, made by a guy called Tor Lervik. Mesh Blend. Yeah, and it's really nice, actually, because so many games, well, that I've worked on particularly, you spend a great deal of time blending in assets of different kinds. So let's have a look here. So, you know, most of this is kit bashed in. So you got your rock assets there. Pardon the performance while ReShade is on, you know. It's just another post-processing going on, so it takes its toll on the frame rate. But if you look, you know, they're just sat in. These are all just different assets sat into the terrain. And, you know, you build up the landscape that way by just slamming them in there and, you know, making the terrain look believable in the sort of rule set that you've developed. So, yeah, let's focus on this bit here. So normally you would have texture seams on all the places where you've sat assets into the terrain. But here we go. There's not a seam to be seen. Really nice. And so Mesh Blend, I mean, many of you know Mesh Blend if you're Unreal developers. I know I have many viewers that use Unreal. But but if you don't, this is a really nice tool. It's basically, it's just a post-process effect. So there's nothing going on at the geometry level, really. It's not, you know, there's no decals or anything like that. It's purely post-process, working on the pixels. And it's using the AO channel, ambient occlusion, basically. So if you imagine all those places where you get ambient occlusion, which is exactly in seams and stuff, where things join, then it's hooking into that and it's blending between the two different surfaces. So if you look here really carefully, actually, you can see a little line going there. And that's about as much of a seam as I've seen in this game here. Maybe it's just not set quite right in that bit, but I mean, blimey, that's the only thing I've seen. It's a really robust tool, and it allows you to very organically sit assets however you want into the terrain, and they blend beautifully. So, you know, look at this rock here right in front of us. That'll be a bigger rock, and it's just sat down into the terrain somewhat. And Mesh Blend takes care of all the blending. And so it's perfect for a game like this, of course, because you end up with lots of stuff that, you know, the sand is sort of half running over, and it fills in all the little cracks between stuff. It's a really nice system, and I think Mr. Lervik, yeah, you've done a great job on that. Yeah, and if I was an Unreal developer, I don't see why I wouldn't be using that. Yeah, looks great. So let's get some air. Top up the old oxygen. There we go. Right, and yeah, again, lovely caustics. Really nice, aren't they? They're just working beautifully. More of this. Oh, we can see some of the lovely resource assets here as well. Let's take a look at that. There seems to be one main guy, or maybe lead rock artist at Unknown Worlds. I believe he's called Ben. And he's done a great job on all these. Really nice. I mean, that's a great example of, you know, it's efficient, clean modeling, isn't it? You know, it's lovely, crystalline facets. And if you look closely, there's a little bevel between the edges there. And yeah, really nice. And well, with that, let's have a look at some other. What can we find? Oh, where's me? There we go. I keep wanting to call this a prawn, but that was the suit from Below Zero, wasn't it? This is the tadpole. So, oh, more damage on my canopy there from troublesome big fish, man, and my own driving as well. Yeah. So let's head down here. I'm just looking for some assets. Oh, an interesting little cave going in. Or is that a cave, or is it just a hole? I want to have a look. I want to satisfy my curiosity. Ah, it's just a hole. Got excited then. There aren't many caves like that though, actually. Oh, he's there again. Oh, man. Oh, he turned around. He chased me. Look at the canopy, man. Oh, this guy. This guy, very territorial. So, let's just head way out of his way. Go down here. Oh, right, there's a bit of titanium. Let's have a look at that. And what we'll do, we'll have a little drinky. There we go. Let's have a bigger drinky. And more of a food. And more wildlife was hassling me. Oh, look at me, poor blooming tadpole. We'll repair it. Get it repaired. There you go. Right, okay. More assets. Titanium. Lovely, lovely titanium. Beautiful. Look at that. Lovely. Yeah, some nice, interesting sort of that vertical sort of formation there. Really cool. Yeah, really good. And of course, there's loads of assets. You know, there's all sorts of different stuff, different things to collect. Cool little water slugs. You get water from these guys. You just process them and get a nice drink. There we go. Yeah, more nice assets there. So I wonder, can we spot the geometry changes? I've spotted some little changes, but they look more like LOD swaps than dynamic tessellation or virtualized geometry. It's really hard to tell, even with ReShade. You know, it seems to me that they could probably push the optimization harder, considering they're using nanites, because I just don't really see much changing in terms of the geometry. And performance is okay. I've not really had any problems. I mean, I'm on epic settings. Oh, look at him. Look at him. Right, we're going. Let's get out of here. Let's go. I'm on epic settings and I'm running at 4K, but I've got frame gen on for once. I found that to get a solid 60 frames on epic, then I needed to use frame gen. And if I was to knock it down to 2K, I could run a native 2K at 60, or if I knocked it down to the second highest from epic, then there's not much visual difference at all, and then you get a stable native 4K. Another one of them. Yeah, another one of those baddie guys. So, right, where are we going? Let's head south, right? Different biome. So yeah, performance I think is you know, it's fine. It's not had any problems, but I think it could be better. And I think they've got some easy wins with nanite here. Ooh. Let's go into this. Should we head into that? Whoa, wow, that's quite cool, isn't it? It's taking me way down into the deeps. See, there's some really like exciting drop-offs and stuff in this game. That's like, oh, they're giving a heebie-jeebies. And that's the thing with underwater games. Like, you know, I'm not a water person at all. I have a fairly deep fear of deep water. You know, I'm not, you know, it's just not my thing. I don't really go into the water. Even though I live on the coast. I mean, in the UK, you're never far from the coast anyway. But it's just not my thing. I'm more of a mountain person than an ocean person. And the deep water just scares the crap out of me, frankly. It really does. And so Subnautica, it's always held an extra thrill for me, being in these biomes, going deep down in the waves, building these submersibles, making an underwater base. It's really exciting, actually. It's cool. So more really cool assets here, actually. Yeah, really nice rock formations. This is I mean, it obviously a sort of lava formation, isn't it? It's this folded rock sort of stuff. And look at it going off up there, and you see the surface far away up there. So yeah, we're in these really interesting, deep, dark places. And, you know, as the game progresses, there'll be more submersibles and all sorts of interesting vehicles, which is one of the great things about Subnautica. I loved making submarines that would fit in other submarines. Right. Oh, yeah. Oh, let's set up. So I'll need a better vehicle to head down there. Oh, which is frankly terrifying, all that, isn't it? Wow. Okay, cool. So let's head all the way up here. See, there's an awful lot of volume in the Subnautica games. You know, it's like three-dimensional in the truest sense of it. You know, you just got this massive vertical column of you know, cool stuff to explore. And so you see the biome changing here. We're getting more into a sort of geothermal area. Oh, it's one of them again. Well, let's give him a wide berth. Yeah, we head down here, sort of southeast, and yeah, all sorts of interesting stuff starts developing. The storyline is bringing me over to this region, but lots to see, lots of new resources to capture, and there's some lovely views to be had. Like when you see the sunlight, and it starts kind of shooting its beams down into the water, and you get some great views. Well, I think we're at night time now, so there's not much going on, but once the sun starts rising, we'll get some lovely views. But interesting, isn't it? We've got this sort of green there, we've got a reddish hue going over here. Oh, and these things, yeah, these kind of hug geothermal vents and absorb nutrients and heat. They're really cool. I think they call them donut jellyfish. I think that's what they are. But let's head down here. And right, I don't want to do any spoilers, so I'll kind of keep away from a lot of the stuff. There we go. There's a geothermal vent there. This area is gated from the offset. It's too hot, basically, so you need to sort of you know, progress the storyline a little bit. All these really weird formations going on here. Oh, can you hear the beasts in the deep there? Yeah. Right. So I think we'll stick around till morning light comes, which looks like we're nearly there, aren't we there? So I'll just hover around here, and we'll wrap the video up with that. This interesting first look at Subnautica 2, which I'm really enjoying it so far. So before I finish the video, I thought I'd mention, if you're looking to get into the games industry in the area of environment art, and you want to get your portfolio looked at in terms of what a AAA studio will be looking for, the quality level, the finer points of what hirers look for, then I've started a portfolio review service. So if you fancy getting your portfolio looked at by someone who spent 12 years as an environment artist at Rockstar Games, then I popped a link in the video description, and book an appointment, and I'll be happy to go through your portfolio with you. Do a video review one-on-one, and we'll have a good chat, and I'll take you all the way through it and see what you might need strengthening on, see what areas you're already doing well at, and I'll give you some good guidance. So anyway, we've got lovely sunrise coming up, and we got some really, I mean, that looks so beautiful, doesn't it? I think the really nice color palette being used. You know, you can see we've got a red-green theme going on here, haven't we? And the colors are gently contrasting, aren't they? You know, it's muted, but I mean, what a lovely orange color we've got going on there with this sort of greeny shadows. And then we get all these sort of rays being cast of all the objects, and there's so many objects in the view here that there's so many opportunities for like awesome shadowing effects and god rays and stuff. Yeah, lovely. Check that out. Really nice, isn't it? Yeah. So I think we'll leave that video there, and I'll continue exploring and mooching about. So if you're picking it up, then have fun. I'm thoroughly enjoying it. Thanks for watching. Take it easy. Bye bye.